Minecraft is gonna start banning players. Yes, recently with the 1.19.1 Minecraft update, Mojang announced that they would be implementing a new chat report system to the game where players can be reported and banned if they break Minecraft's community standards. Here's what the report interface might look like, and according to Mojang, players can report other players by selecting the offensive messages, explaining what rule they broke, and submitting. After that, a team of officially appointed moderators will review the report and assign a ban if necessary. If a player is found guilty of breaking the rules, they will be locked out of multiplayer and realms until the end of their ban. Now look, if someone is sending death threats or spamming slurs or attempting to exploit children, then they should 100% be banned from servers. I firmly believe that. They don't really contribute anything positive to the multiplayer experience. What I'm worried about is that gray area on the edge of breaking the rules. Like, if I say, "Where are you so I can kill you" in a game of Sky Wars, is a Minecraft moderator going to be able to tell the difference between a game and a real death threat 100% of the time? If I'm playing Hypixel Skyblock and I'm talking about buying and farming cane, am I going to get false banned because a moderator thought I was talking about drugs? If I'm in a Bed Wars lobby and someone calls my YouTube videos trash, should they be banned for defamation? Yes, they should, because they're spreading misinformation. Obviously, these are very extreme cases of false bans that could happen, but the bottom line is that context matters. Especially in privately owned servers where people do and discuss all sorts of things, the fact that someone could be watching you and ban you falsely is a real concern to have. Recently, a lot of YouTubers have expressed similar concerns, and in response to the heavy community backlash, Minecraft has been editing the rules to better reflect their goals in implementing this system. In fact, at the time of me writing this script, they last edited the Java chat report article 5 hours ago. And to be honest, that just confirms to me how problematic this system is. The fact that they've revised their article and answered so many questions over the past few days just shows that there's too many cases to consider. So instead of repeating a lot of the same concerns that YouTubers before me have already addressed, I'm going to instead look at what Minecraft could do, what Minecraft should do, and what will most likely happen in the end. Before I get into it, please make sure to subscribe. It helps me out a ton, it only takes 2 seconds, and more content will be coming your way. First of all, why is this happening? In late 2020, as part of the Microsoft acquisition of Mojang, Minecraft announced that all Java Edition players would be migrated to Microsoft accounts. This is great, you get better security, ease of access, and holy shit, is that a free cape? Migrate, migrate, migrate. But migrating to a Microsoft account also comes with a caveat. You're now playing under Microsoft's rules, such as the Xbox community standards, which these chat reports are based on. It's kind of like how on Xbox Live, players can get reported and banned for breaking the rules, regardless of if it was related to a game, a group chat, or a DM. No matter the scenario, a person who sees the message can report you, and your fate will be left up to a moderator. And it's likely that Minecraft is shooting for the same thing. Does this surprise you? Well, it shouldn't. You see, Bedrock Edition has already had this system for years. In fact, in Bedrock Edition, you can get banned from the entire game, whereas Java Edition just seems to be only letting you play single player. And since Bedrock Edition is basically run on Xbox services, this should sort of make sense. A lot of other games, not just Xbox games, have similar policies too, just with varying levels of moderation. But in general, multiplayer games have a way to report players for breaking the rules. So what makes Minecraft so different? Part B, why Minecraft is so different from other games. Actually, when it comes to Minecraft servers, I don't think the chat rules they enforce are too far away from other major video games. Roblox, Valorant, Fortnite, all these games have similar code of conduct rules as a server like Hypixel, like no harassment, discrimination, inappropriate activity, the general stuff. But how strict a game is with these policies is a completely different story. For example, let's say I typed "fuck you" in chat. That would probably get my Club Penguin account suspended, but probably not my League of Legends account. Actually, if they started banning players for dropping F-bombs in League, I wouldn't even be mad. Or they could just delete League of Legends entirely. The reason why I don't get banned for calling someone's mom a bitch in League of Legends, but I would if I said the same thing on Poptropica, comes down to the age demographic. Poptropica's targeted audience is kids, often below the age of 10, so they are a lot stricter about this kind of thing than Brain Damage Simulator over here. Now, if I asked you what the targeted demographic for Minecraft is, what would you say? Well, the age rating on the cover is everyone 10 and older, which, might I add, is a terrible rating for a multiplayer game. I mean, it covers both the 12 and under and teenage groups. But just because the majority of the targeted audience is children doesn't mean that the game should be regulated like it's for kids. One of the appeals of Minecraft, after all, is the creative freedom you, the player, gets to put into the game. If I asked you what Minecraft is all about, what would be the answer? Well, there's survival, creative building, PvP, survival multiplayer or SMPs, redstone contraptions, party games, storytelling, role-playing, education, composing music, making art, the list goes on and on and on, and despite all being within the same game, they behave vastly differently within their separate communities. Compare that to Valorant, where you shoot people, or Among Us, where you catch the imposter, or Overwatch, where you uninstall the game and touch grass. Roblox is kind of in a similar boat to Minecraft. It's a sandbox game with many ways to play, but unlike Minecraft, Roblox has had pretty much the same rules since launch, so players are familiar with what breaks the rules. In contrast, Minecraft is implementing this new chat system over a decade after the game released. Also, if you get false banned on Roblox, you can just make a new account, whereas it'll cost you $27 to do the same in Minecraft, which brings me to my next point: false bans. False bans in video games suck, and they happen everywhere. Certainly many of my Hypixel viewers out there are quite familiar with them. And the main reason they happen is because the report falls in that gray area of bannable versus not bannable. A moderator just doesn't have enough context or makes a controversial decision. As hard as anyone tries, the moderation team of any game is going to make mistakes and questionable decisions. Now, you could choose to make an appeal against the ban, if that is an option. But let's be honest here, the majority of appeals for this kind of thing are not going to be approved no matter what game you got banned from. So your options are to either wait out the ban or get a new account. In games like Roblox and Fortnite, this is easy to do since the games are free. Sure, you might lose cosmetics, in-game currency, and stats, but you're not restricted from playing the game at all. This is why getting banned from Minecraft would be so much harsher than other games, because the experience is literally locked behind a paywall. Private servers, SMPs, your Hypixel guild would all be locked away, and for most players, the only option would be to wait out the ban. Just imagine how much that would suck if a moderator banned you because they didn't know the context behind a conversation. Again, I'm not saying that people who disrupt and harass the multiplayer experience should get away with it, but so far the moderation team and chat filters that might be implemented are prone to mistakes. The last thing players need is to worry about their private servers and party chats monitored with the threat of a $27 ban looming above their heads. So, what should be done? Or better yet, should anything be done in the first place? Just because a chat report system hasn't existed in Java for over a decade doesn't mean that toxicity has roamed freely. Since the beginning of multiplayer, it's always been up to the servers themselves to moderate inappropriate behavior, and yes, while they have made their fair share of mistakes, I don't think they've done a bad job either. Servers have the freedom to create and enforce their own set of rules, and if the environment is toxic or inappropriate, then they are the ones to blame. In fact, it's a little insulting that Minecraft appears to not trust us to moderate the multiplayer experience when the majority of large servers have rules and a dedicated staff team to help enforce them. Even if Mojang wants to partner with these servers to make the transition smoother, adding in another party just makes the whole report system more confusing, and even worse, creates more opportunities for moderators to make a bad call. Given how much confusion there's already been with the new chat report system, I don't think it would be wise for Minecraft to implement it at this time. Mojang needs to figure out how to best transition the community if they're really going to force multiplayer chat reports upon us. Otherwise, accidents and confusion probably will occur. Finally, what do I think will most likely happen with these changes? Well, as I'm recording this, Minecraft announced that they would be delaying the 1.19.1 update, probably trying to implement the report system better. Despite a large wave of community backlash, they still seem set on adding this system to the Java game. After all, it has been in Bedrock ever since Bedrock Edition was released, and they've had their eyes set on bringing the two versions closer together in recent years. If I had to guess, Mojang will be adding and changing the report system with the 1.19 updates. They might even consider enforcing the rules on every version Minecraft Java is played on, as cross-version play on servers like Hypixel would be immediately problematic. Servers will probably be involved in enforcing the rules in addition to official Minecraft moderation. And as much as this video seems to be signaling that the end is near, I think a lot of people are overreacting with how bad it seems. But the chat report system doesn't really add anything new to the game either. Instead, it takes away a freedom that players have had. Sure, they want to promote a safe multiplayer experience, but servers have already done that for years. And if the transition doesn't go smoothly, there will be players who find themselves locked out for multiplayer and paying $27 just to get access again. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm hoping that Mojang will be able to pull the rabbit out of the hat and make some good decisions. More than ever though, the Minecraft community will have a large say in the feedback for these changes. I mean, we've already forced them to make a ton of revisions due to the backlash they received. So, stick together and let's try to make it the game that we all want it to be. Thanks for watching, my name is Omicron, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in another video.